Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hartzler, and I wanted to show you today how to do a drawing file on Autodesk Inventor. This is 2016. This is going to be for the start of our puzzle cube project. That's the first time any of my students are going to use this. And we go up to the big old rusty eye when we're in Inventor, go down to New, and you should have a screen that looks kind of like this one. If it doesn't look like this, over here on the left under Templates, make sure you clicked on English. At one point in class we were under Metric. Right now make sure you're under English. Go down to where you have the drawing options. There are three. We want to pick the one on the far right, the one that's ANSI in inches.idw. That's the file type we want, a .idw. Click once and then click create. Now it's hard to notice, it's hard to tell, but this is a very large sheet of paper. We have to edit how big this is. So I'm going to come over to my left, right click on sheet 1. You can't see this, but an option will pop up that says edit sheet. And if you look here, it's 22 inches by 34 inches right now. We want to change that. So I'm going to hit the drop down for size, and I'm going to click A. You'll notice it changed to 8.5 by 11. That's a standard sheet of paper, so that's good. Instead of sheet, we might as well change the name while we're in here. I'm going to change it to piece. Not piece like freedom, but piece like a puzzle cube piece. And then press OK. This little thing, our little title box, looks massive now. Cool thing is, it didn't change size. We just shrank the paper around it so now it looks bigger. But it's too big. So ANSI large over on our left, right click on that and delete it. Hit the plus symbol to the left of drawing resources. This is over here in our browser. Then hit the plus sign next to title blocks. Find ANSI A, double click. Now this one is a little bit smaller than the other one and is a lot more reasonable. Alright, now we've got to find our puzzle cube pieces and put them in here. So I'm going to go up to the top left corner, click base. You should have this little screen pop up. Now I have to go find my puzzle cube pieces. Mine might be in a different place than you if you're one of my students. It's going to be under your Z drive. Excuse me. And I'm going to go down. Let's do my green piece first. I open. While we're doing that, right here you can see we have some scaling options. And that's where we can decide how big or small we want the whole thing to be. This little picture right here, that tells you whether everything's going to be shaded or unshaded. Alright, so here's my main piece. That's my front view. Now I want to click on the top left side of my paper. That's going to be for my top. And off to the right, that's my right side view. If I go to the top right corner, that should be the isometric view. For some reason your front is not correct, you can rotate this box and it will change all of these views until everything is correct. So once you're in the correct view, for me it actually was the correct view from the beginning. I want to change this size a little bit because I want it to be just a touch bigger. Let's try 1.25. That looks like it's going to be a good size. So I'm going to type 1.25 and that should be good. Press enter or OK. We lost all the color because we didn't tell it to be shaded. I can drag these pieces out. In class we discussed how the left side of the front and the top need to match and the right side need to match. And you can see that this holds true to that as I'm sliding left and right. And as I'm sliding up and down, it makes sure my front and my right side are both lined up. My isometric view, we usually shade that one. So hover over the edge of it, right click, and you can't see all my options here for some reason, but we're going to edit view, it's straight down, and we're going to check this box right here. Press OK, and it'll shade our box. Then we have to go through, we have to dimension all of this. So we go to annotate, dimension, and then I can start clicking on the things I want it to dimension between. Here and here, one of the options right there. And if you notice, I have solid lines, and then every so often I'll come across dotted lines. Those are automatically saved in this program. That's where they suspect that you're going to want to put that dimension. First time you do it, this little box will pop up. If you uncheck this box, it'll never show up again. It will quit annoying you. Press OK. Alright, I need to keep dimensioning. And now I need to go from my top all the way to my bottom. Come out, and again it'll kind of tell you, hey, this is probably a pretty good spot right here at the dotted line. And you'll keep going through and doing this with all of your edges. Now this is a common mistake here, so I'm going to click this side way up top, this side way off to the right, and come down. Looks all fine and good until you zoom in on this corner. I tell you guys, don't touch your part. This one over here, that's a good gap right there. Should be a 1/16 of an inch. Over here, I'm touching. That's because I clicked way up here, and it's actually getting a 1/16 of an inch away from this line. So I'm going to press escape, right click, delete, and then I'm going to click on dimension. I'm going to redo that. I'm going to click this edge, it's closest to me. This edge that's way far away, come out. And now I'm not touching my part. If you can help it, you don't want to touch your part. I've only done width and height so far. I still have to do depth. I'm going to do one of them right here. And then I'm going to do another one over here actually. I don't like that these two are crisscrossing each other, so I'm going to get rid of this one. So I'm going to press escape, right click on that one and delete it, and I'm going to put it my overall width on this front view. That way I'm not crisscrossing extension lines. Oh, actually I'm touching my part over here, so I'm going to have to get rid of this one, delete it, and then I'm going to have to redo that by clicking further out and up here, and that looks good. I'm no longer touching my part anywhere. Good. Now I want to put my name and the color of the piece I'm working with in the little title box down here. So I'm going to go up to the top. Oh, I'm still dimensioning, so press escape a couple times. I want to type in some text, so I'm going to click text, and it gives me a little dot that's kind of following me around. Make myself a little box under title. This little thing will pop up. Change your font size over here. I think 20.240 is what we like to work with. And under title, I'm going to put that this is green piece. I don't know why I keep writing pieces. And check over here, it should update, and that's a good size. So I'm going to hit OK. I'm still putting text box in because I haven't hit escape yet. I'm going to make another one above that, and I'm going to put my name in here, Mr. Hartzler. If for some reason you forgot to change your font in the beginning, make sure you highlight your whole name, click on font, and update it to the bigger size. Press OK, and you should be good to go. You should have everything dimensioned. You should have your name and the color of the piece that you're drawing. Press escape when you're done doing anything, or if you ever get afraid in Inventor, just press escape. That's how you make a drawing file. Good thing is, if you remember, we had to do some editing when we first started this with our sheets over here. We had to change the size of it. If you're in Place Views, this is up here in the top left corner. If I'm in the Place Views tab, I can hit New Sheet, and it will keep adding new sheets. The puzzle cube takes 5 of them, so now I have 5. I just kept pressing New Sheet until I had them all. The first one we did should be piece 1. Double click there, and it should take you to here. You want your next sheet? Double click on it, and it'll take you there. Everything should be edited and fixed, and your little title box should be good to go. If you have any questions, if you're one of my students, you can email me or ask me. If you're just somebody on the internet that found this, you can always leave a comment, and I check those every so often. So just let me know in a detailed question of what you're looking for, or maybe what you want me to do my next video on, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like what you see and like the video. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, my Instagram is Mr. Hartzler. My Twitter is Mr. Hartzler Math. And I'd love to get you guys to follow me and check out what my students are doing in our awesome classes. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you next time.